crypto markets at a break or make moment. Let's review what the current situation is, and for that, we need a quick word about the traditional markets. Hi everyone, and if you're new here, my name is Gabby Trades, and I do live technical analysis on crypto and equities, so if that sounds good, please like and subscribe. Now, last week was one of the roughest weeks for S&P 500 in the 21st century, you guys. Thanks to, of course, the news about the tariffs, markets dropped by 9%, making it the 22nd worst week ever. Now, the sudden crash is absolutely making everyone super nervous, and it's reminding them of the Black Monday that we had. I wasn't alive, but October 1987, when the markets dropped over 20% in a single day. Now, it's important to know how the S&P 500 usually bounces back from these huge drops, especially with the global anxiety now coming with the latest news about the Asian markets on top of everything. Now, looking at the past, the S&P usually bounces back, right? After big drops, big sudden events, even though it might be shaky for a while, we have data that is showing us that 2/3 of the cases S&P 500 recovers. While we can't predict the future, we need to hope that this time is no different. And you guys, the markets are like an elastic band, right? So what am I looking for? I'm looking for the area where price will substantially bounce from. Now, we are at max fear right now. These are the moments where we need to be looking for opportunities. S&P 500 has been going absolutely vertical. Think about it. It's been going absolutely vertical, and we need to look for blood on the streets when we want to get lucky, right? Day trading right now is probably not the best thing you can do, which is why I am waiting right now. I saw a lot of people on Twitter are using what's happening right now, and they're comparing it to COVID, right? And I think it's a very bad comparison, because this was a really an actual black swan event, right? I think though, however, if things are really looking as bad as they look, you can probably compare it to the financial crisis in 2008. Right? So let's say you get a couple of months of a rally and then you reject from the big bearish leg that you create. Now that, I think in that case, that could be something similar like the 2008. But that of course means that we need to get up again. Now, let's see who's here. Sugar Cookie Trader 80, Mark Bass, Sism, Kuhn, and Ed Murphy. No, Ed K must play. Okay, and Mr. Ray. Black Swan even is not from the table with Trump in the lead. Yeah. No, it is what it is. Honestly, you guys, it's not looking good. I understand. I feel sorry for everyone that was actually awake last night, because I bet that a lot of people got wrecked trying to long this, and this is what usually happens. So yeah, you just have to exercise patience, and you need to put your emotions on the side and like remind yourself of what your rules are in trading, and just really stick to them at the most in events like this. Now we're gonna open the charts and see what the hell is going on. All right, let's move on. First of all, we just had this is so let's open Bitcoin. All right, so we were looking where should I start? Let me see. Okay, let's talk about the drop in general, first of all. All right, so what I didn't want to see is I didn't want to see the March lows taken, and we saw that happening yesterday. Now, I did not expect that. I did not want to see that. Well, it was on the cards, but I did not want to see that now, right? I wasn't ready for that. So, okay, now that we have this, what do we know? We have our zones, right? First thing I was looking at is this zone down here. Now, this is the marking, the average marking of the Nasdaq daily liquidity that I've been waiting for to be taken for, I don't know, a whole month now. So we know that at Nasdaq, we were looking at these daily levels for a very, very long time, right? First of all, we started with this level down here. First of all, we started with this liquidity here. We took that liquidity, right? We broke support, and then we continued like completely free fall to take this liquidity down here. And now we are creating a wick and we're trying to recover. Is this really it? This is the question, right? We wanted to see this area come. We wanted to see Bitcoin also come down because, you know, some people were actually calling from decoupling, which means basically that Bitcoin is not going to be exactly correlated to the movements of the traditional markets. But again, we saw that drop on a Sunday, and it is still correlated big time, and it has always been, and it will be, right? There is moments where it's not, but this is not it right now. Okay, so we saw the same liquidity. This is the daily liquidity here on Nasdaq average. We took it down and we're currently in a buy zone. We're currently in a buy zone. So was this a good place to start buying from? All right, so then for that, what do? You go on a lower time frame, first of all, to find entries. Was there an entry on the 1 minute? Yes, there was. Was there an entry on the 3 minute? Yes, there was. But does that mean that I'm going to go ahead and take that entry when we're in a complete free fall like this and things are not looking good? Not at all. I suggest, you know, I have to exercise max caution in moments like this. So you guys, if you haven't liked the video, please go ahead and like it. This is our first video of this week, and it's quite important, frankly. All right, so let's go ahead. We're gonna talk about the zones in a little bit, but let's go ahead and see what are we seeing on the 4 hour for Bitcoin. First of all, we closed bullish on the 4 hours. So our 4 hour strategy is telling us that Bitcoin wants to come up to 83,790. All right. We've broken the resistance on the 12 hour, which is a higher time frame. We're coming back now to retest it, which is actually a very, very good sign. With opening of New York like that, this is not bad at all. Okay, so are we done here? We don't know. We have to see what, especially first thing we need to look at is Nasdaq, right? Because we have this gap here that we just filled, right? We're just about to fill it, right? Once we fill that gap, are we going to see another rejection? Because this was a level that we broke down here, right? We're recovering maybe to retest it and then to continue to the downside. Okay, so I'm very much mindful of that, and I'm gonna need a lot more confirmation before I actually enter in a long position on Bitcoin or Ethereum or Solana, right? Because I do not believe that this is the bottom yet. Why? Because we have simply basically our major liquidity down here, support is on a daily level sitting at 72,778. Now, before I get to that level, I really, really don't believe that this is it, right? I believe that anything from here that we get is going to be a retrace, because this is the level that I want to look for. 1 second. Every collapse is opportunity. You don't get rich buying the top and selling the bottom. Yes, that is absolutely true. 1 second. Let me just pull the comments on the side so I can see you guys. All right, I want to know, let me know in the chat box, did anyone get wrecked? Be honest, you guys, it's absolutely fine. You can open up here, nobody is judging. All right, so in case this is actually, right, in case this is actually going to be a reversal structure, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to be looking for. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to be looking for. So first of all, I want to see price trade above this level here. Right, so that's 79,126. So that's the first thing I want to see, right? I want to see price break through here, and then if it wants to retest or whatever. But if we get a break through this with a body close on the 1 hour, I think that this is going to be a good entry for me. Like anywhere here, even on a retrace, I'm good. But my stop loss is going to be down here, and guess what? It's going to be short term as well. Okay, nope. Sugar Cookie was saying, okay, Kun was stopped out. I'm sorry to hear that. That's terrible. I hope not too bad, but you guys, this is it. Like this is the moment. This is where you need to exercise max caution. So I'm waking up this morning and I'm seeing this formation down here. And of course, on the 5 minute, I see an entry down here. Even on the 3 minute was more clear, I think. Right? You have the drop, you have the break, the retest down here. This was the perfect entry down here. Okay, but extremely risky. And I'm not willing to risk my capital for this, because I don't know, I actually had zero idea what's going to happen when New York opened, right? And what we're seeing right now, to me personally, it's a massive surprise. But I won't be even more surprised as we're streaming and we're live right now that we trade into the 79K 126 and then we completely reject. So that's going to be very, very possible, because it also correlates with with Nasdaq filling up the gap and then just rejecting. So let's have a look. Because for this to be real, for Nasdaq, we need a nice close above here. Let's mark the level. Actually, that's not going to be too bad. So, okay, clean break probably above 17,865. So we're pretty close. Let's see what price does. It might reject and completely destroy everyone that went long here. Now, think about it. When you have a massive reversal like this, what do you want to see? You want to see wicks, right? You want to see a wick like this, but you want to see it down here. You don't really want to see it here. So let's say maybe they can generate wicks like that because they have trapped some traders down here who are trying to go short. That is possible. So, let's be positive for now, but be extremely cautious. Me personally, I'm not ready to take any trades right now, especially on Monday. I prefer to wait for more confirmation. We have a big semi-gap between the current level. Okay, let's look at the futures. Okay, yeah. All right, Mr. Vayner, I actually didn't see that, to be honest. I wasn't looking at that this morning. But yeah, it's possible. I mean, let's see. This whole thing might be the, the moment where we fill that in and then we drop. In any event, I don't think that's more than a scalp. I'm not ready to believe that yet, because when I look at Nasdaq, right, let's look at on the 4 hour. I'm pretty sure we have some more liquidity down here. Just below this price action, we have more liquidity down here on the 4 hour, which I'm looking at as well, which is at 16,338.5. So once we take that liquidity, I want to see that liquidity taken with a big wick, right? With a big wick. That would signal to me that a lot of people are trapped. But what am I also observing here? What am I also observing? Right, we spoke about the 4 hour strategy so many times, right? When you have a confirmation that you're supposed to go short here, you don't want to see new fractal lows developing. So this was another signal that I got today that this might be a long, which I'm not participating in. This is just too risky for me. But once we develop this fractal down here and we have a lower target, the target was, by the way, lower than what you're seeing right now. Once you see new fractal lows developing on a bearish formation for the 4 hour strategy, then that is telling you that price is more bullish than you think. So that was another signal. There were a lot of signals to go long today, but me personally, I was very, very scared. So, all right, on the 4 hour, again, Bitcoin bullish. I think Ethereum as well bullish. Right, all of this, like if you're looking at the 4 hour, by the way, this is going to be like the higher time frame confirmation. Once we hit that level, if we hit that level, this is going to be the higher time confirmation if we're continuing higher. So if actually, let's put it down exactly where it is. Sorry, down here. So we're gonna get a market shift, like a proper long-term market shift on a 4 hour. This is a higher time frame. If we break through the current target with speed, right? If we have a body close on the 4 hour up here, then that is going to be even stronger confirmation that we have potentially created some sort of a bottom, right, for the short term or the long term. All right, so we pretty much need to sit on our hands right now, or at least I'm doing that. And I want to see how price trades right now with you guys. Gabby, will you go red-haired if BTC goes below 60K? Yes, I don't believe that Bitcoin is going to go below 60K. We're going to get signals for that if that happens. I don't think we're there. I don't think, you know, this is a possibility right now. I know that, you know, people are calling for, you know, there is a lot of FUD right now, but honestly, you guys, we have a lot of support at around between the 69K, right? Okay, let's go back on the weekly to make it clear for you guys so I don't confuse you. All right, so on a weekly, maybe a cleaner chart. No, I don't have cleaner charts anymore. Everything is marked up. All right, so on a weekly, right? On a weekly, what are we trading in right now? We're trading in this massive weekly fair value gap. So, you know, this is a huge weekly price imbalance here. We've traded quite deep into it, which is fine, which is absolutely fine. Now, another thing that is going to be absolutely fine is if we trade even further down and we quickly take this low here, drop down to the daily support, which is an extremely important level, and wick that area and quickly come back within the fair value gap. This is going to be a very, very good sign that we've bottomed out. Now, what we don't want to see though is weekly closes below this fair value gap, because if we start seeing weekly closes below, right, for example, this week or next week closes below here with a body close, now we're looking to drop further down. So this is really a make or break moment, you guys, because if we get a body close down here, now we're looking to take this low down here, right, which is sitting at 66,813. So once we get there, you know, the first weekly fair value gap that we're getting is at 65,161. So we're getting in very dangerous waters. Yes, it is still a buy zone. There is going to be a lot of buy orders over there, but that doesn't mean that this is going to hold. And we're going to trade too much within the previous range that was created down here. So I don't really want to see that, right? We want to see a retest of the highs of the previous range, and then we want to go back up. That's what I'd like to see. All right. So this is actually a pretty surprising price action for New York Open today. Very, very surprising. But like we said, same, actually, look at that. Look at that. Same as same as Ethereum, the current target, right, is very likely that we're going to hit current target looking at price action the way it's trading right now. So this is going to tell us when we trade through this, we're going to get a bit of understanding whether we're going to continue up or down. And I'm, you know, something is telling me, my gut feeling is telling me, and when you're a trader, right, a lot of the times you have this instinct that is going to tell you, and my instinct is telling me right now that we are not going to get above this level. So yes, you know, for scalp was actually perfect today, but I'm not participating because I am scared and I want to stay safe. And I'd recommend, you know, for everyone to be safe in these markets the way they are right now. I personally can't believe that we got Sol under $100. I think that was crazy. Some people are calling for even lower prices, but for me personally, the way I'm looking at it, I want another drop and I want to see this double bottom here, you know, relatively equal lows to be taken for Solana, and they both are sitting at $93.12. So I think I'd be happy with these ones being wicked, and then we quickly go back into the buy zone. I think this is going to be a very, very good signal for me to go long. But right now, Not at all. I mean, pretty much the only confirmation we got today was during London, right? During London, you get a confirmation on the 1 minute, right? We got a confirmation on the 1 minute with London open. We got a confirmation on the 3 minute with London open. We got a confirmation on the 5 minute with London open. And then we got a confirmation on the 15 minute on the lower time frame to go long, where London was ending. So for me, that is just like a no trade day, especially a Monday. So you need to be looking at all of these things and thinking logically, right? Is this going to be a high probability trade? Probably not. So yes, that's why I didn't participate today. This price action is not convincing at all, right? Not convincing at all. Let's say we were in a normal market conditions, like on a Wednesday, on a Thursday. You get a confirmation on the 1 minute, on the 3 minutes. Get that scalp in London, close it before New York. That's fine. But right now, I'm not about this at all. Okay, so what else are we seeing here? Okay, we clearly just came up. Now we're wicking. This is all just not looking good at the moment. This could be just a simple trap. By the way, it's no secret for everyone. I said on Discord that, you know, DOT has reached our levels, by the way, which I've been waiting for months. Right, so we had a double liquidity formation. If the liquidity likes to load today, that would be great. We had a double formation liquidity on Polkadot that I've been waiting for so long. So I can tell you, I had an order down here, of course, at the low, right? And then with current price action, I started going in a drawdown down here. So I just wanted to come into break-even point where I exit, which is what I did. And this sort of setup that I have here, it's also from months back, you guys. And it's also showing you that it's not reached my perfect level of entry yet. So we are almost there, but we're not really. So all of these things are telling you that there is probably going to be a sweep of that current low that we have created. Also, another thing that is not secret for everyone is that I'm still short Bitcoin, right? I'm still short Bitcoin. From where am I short Bitcoin? I'm short Bitcoin. Not only me, by the way, the community as well. The community as well is short Bitcoin from where we had, you know, Donald Trump giving his speech. What are we looking at? Why am I? Where are all my markings? What is going on right now? Why did everything disappear? Okay, everything is back. All right, cool. So everyone knows that I'm short on Bitcoin from Donald Trump's speech. Up here, I managed to cut a really nice short. The community caught as well. I think members were posting, they were up plus 300%. So I'm very happy. I was almost at 600% at one point. So if you guys want to join Discord, I have opened the Discord memberships today only. So you can join for free. You can find the link in the description box below or in the chat if you're live right now. Usually the membership now is almost $50. So today I decided I'm going to give you guys access for only today for free. So you can guys join and be part of my community where we trade on a daily basis. And where we give our analysis, I go every day, Monday to Friday, and I give my daily update on Bitcoin usually and on the markets. That's every morning. Okay, this is actually crazy. Look at how price is trading right now. Look at how price is trading right now. So I'm actually super happy that I'm not participating in this because clearly the volatility is very, very high. Yes, you guys, please like the video. And if you're new here, you're welcome to subscribe. Yeah, today there is honestly, I'm not interested in trading. Usually I'm very sharp and looking for trades, but this is not it for me at all. And like I said, the area that I'm looking for mainly is at 72,778. All right. And this also coincides if I go and check Nasdaq percentages to the liquidity on the 4-hour that I showed you earlier in this video. It is also coming in about the same area, where we have a nice breaker block that is still valid on a higher time frame, where I think we can just revisit, and it's going to be a very, very beautiful opportunity for us, I think, or for me, to enter long here. But before then, I'm not playing with this price action whatsoever. I'm not looking to get wrecked. I've had 3 weeks with like no losses. My curve, it was going like the S&P 500, just up, 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 up. This is what I like to see, and I want to keep it that way. I don't want to give anything back to the markets, because this is the time where you enter in a trade and you can absolutely give away everything that you've made for the last 5 weeks, right? And you don't want that to happen right now. So is today the last day of Mercury retrograde? Yes, today is the last day of Mercury retrograde. It has been a very tough Mercury retrograde. Don't forget, there is a shadow period in Mercury retrograde as well, you guys, that I'm looking out for, which is usually like a few days before and after. And by the way, once this Mercury retrograde is over next week, I'm also going to organize a live with you with a professional financial astrologer that I personally love. His name is Sean, and he's going to come here and he's going to give us his prediction for, Bitcoin market top and traditional market tops, and where we could look for reversals and everything like that. I think it's going to be absolutely crazy, and I can't wait to have him. I've been planning this for months, and most of you guys know about that. So yeah, I'm super excited. I think it's going to be greatness. Everybody knows what grape means. It means greatness. Okay, what else? Oh, also I wanted to talk to you about the VIX, right? Everyone is going crazy about the VIX. When the VIX reach, the volatility index reaches 40, oh my God, this is it, the bottom is it. No, we've had that before. We've seen that before, right? We've seen it with the, I was going to say COVID crash, with the financial crisis. VIX reached 90, nothing happens. So, it's something that we can look at for confluence, but it's not everything that we can look out for. The volatility index, right? It's going crazy. Yes, of course, it's going to go crazy, because all the investors are in absolute panic mode right now. So we are the ones who need to look for opportunity. And by the way, if you think that we're going to get something like this as a bottom, I'm telling you guys, you are going to be wrong, because this is not, it's not looking like anything that you would like to see in a bottom. You want to see a wick like the 49K. If you go back to the 49K, let's go on a cleaner chart. 49K Bitcoin. This is what you want to see. Look at this massive wick. Look at this massive wick. And this is on the 1 hour, right? Where is it? Where is it? And if you start going higher and higher, it's getting crazier and crazier. Let's not forget that the 49K drop was to the T with the ETF approval of Bitcoin day, which is down here, right? This is the kind of thing you want to see. And also, if you have my indicators, the other thing that you want to see is this sort of formation, right? You will get that liquidity formation. You want to see a higher low, and then you potentially see a pattern like that on a higher time frame. This is a confirmation that this high is liquidity. And yeah, wick, triangular liquidity formation, that for me is something that I look for. And to be fair, this morning I saw the exact same thing happening on the 1 minute time frame. So this was a short-term buy that I was simply just not interested in participating. because why should I if my areas of interest are way lower than that? Now, the thing is, you guys, honestly, we really, but really want to hold that area down here. We really want to hold. We don't want to close any body closes, right? Any body closes. Let's review the area again. Below here, below 73,000 on a weekly. This we're talking on a weekly. We don't want to see any body closes below this level, which is 73,759.2. If we start seeing any body closes here, it's getting ugly, and now we need to go down and take the 65k liquidity. So what am I expecting? I'm expecting for this low to go, and I'm expecting to price to wick down aggressively, trade into our daily support up here, which is a 72,778. The wick can be, you know, bigger, but this is what we need to see. And once we see that, there is going to be a confirmation for us that this is a good area to start looking for buys again. Before then, honestly, nothing is safe, as we saw today and we're seeing right now. I in any event do not believe that this is more than a short-term buy right here. It's not something that I'm interested in. The confirmations are coming, but not even close, right? Let's see on the 1 hour. Look, on the 1 hour, our confirmation was where? Up here. Our confirmation was up here, this level, 79,126. What did we say at the beginning of the video? That we probably will see rejection from this area. Now, I'd suggest you guys watch the charts right now, mark this level 79,126, and check if we start getting any 1 hour, if this 1 hour candle closes above this level. That is going to be a sign that we might see some relief rally. But for now, it's not looking. The rejection here is pretty much clear to me that this is not done. So, of course, we're going to continue looking, and I'll be posting my thoughts on Discord, and you guys make sure you join today, because today is your chance to join for free, right? This is my giveaway to you after we've had all this dump happening in the markets. You guys can join today for free. Just click the link below and you will get access. Yes, you're more than welcome, Hima. So glad to see you here. Haven't seen you in a while. And yeah, thank you guys so much. And this is for today. We'll come back tomorrow and we will review and hopefully find some setups. Stay safe, please.